Another glacier coming down the mountain into a morass and a lake in behind there. Another glacier, España, where here again is the ice being dumped down into the water as the glacier creeps forward. And of course all of these are taking place all along up in here. Here are more glaciers. This wall of ice up here is about 200 feet thick, and big huge chunks just fall off into the sea and set up quite a wave. Here's another glacier, Fuenga, which is way back up in here, where tremendous winds and willowaws whip down through these little canyons. Here is a face section of Mount Darwin here with just the 200-foot glacier thickness wall above up here, which falls down directly into the passing sea and carries these small icebergs off. Here again you can see just a multitude of small pieces of chunks of ice going and coming with the snow. I did have a cat aboard, and this is the baby cat trying to figure out what to do with one of the king crabs that I caught there. Every time she'd go to one side, he'd move a leg over here, she'd run around, and they played together for quite a few hours before we decided to eat the crab. Into a place called Calita Occasion, which is, this isn't going to be so easy, is it? In this little tip of the land in here. And as you come along through the canal, by all the glaciers and around, and doing all this travel, you come in, you can see here my boat is tied right here to a rock very close by, and the stern to another rock, and I'm right alongside in just a little bay in there. And this is another shot to show you from here. This rock is this one, showing you how small this little place is. And then on the clear skies, why, I got a beautiful rainbow one day. And the sun did come out for one day when I was there. Now then, this is, as you enter through a canal occasion in this section, they can guarantee you 60-mile-an-hour winds almost every day of the year because of the formation of the wind coming up through and around the back of Mount Darwin. And here is a shot of the high peaks of Mount Darwin from the Cockburn Canal, going up through Cockburn and up as you go around the east end into a small harbor here, which was just free. The lower section of it was free of glacier. This being, of course, in midsummer, is getting toward fall to some degree, and the glaciers are all up above. Why, it looked almost tropical there, and we're starting to get back in. At this point, we're quite a ways north, and we're getting back into a point here where we're starting to get in a better, lighter, milder climate. And as I progress from there, and as I pass this tip of the most southern tip of South America continent, I took this picture of Cabo Forward, Froward, F-R-O-W-A-R-D. And this is the most southern tip of this continent. And now I proceed on up through the glacier areas, and we have to go back up in some of these glaciers that we went through in there. At this point, I met a Norwegian boat with a young man and his brother's girlfriend, who were all over from Norway, traveling with them. And they accompanied me because we both wanted to go up into the glaciers to the north here. And these were the pictures First, this is a ship traveling along in the Straits of Magellan as we passed it. As you can see, it's quite a large waterway. And then we turn, as we make this turn, we come into the Glacier Mountains where they're just surrounding us. And here is myself and the brother of the Norwegian boat, and on his boat, his girlfriend stayed there. He came on board with his brother's cameras, and she took my camera and took pictures of my boat as we progressed through the ice. And as you can see, the ice in the delta in this waterway as we're heading toward the glaciers. Here's the pictures of the Norwegian boat with his radar mast and that, and another picture of him with the ice flow all around underneath the boat here, and showing you how treacherous the waters are to navigate. Here are some group pictures of the glaciers in this area that we went through, and this was Peel Glacier, and the boat a shot taken from them. This wall of ice all across the mouth of this glacier as it throws its snow and ice into the water. They form just lots and lots of ice which comes and goes with the current and with the wind in the area. And these are two shots of Nordica as I'm trying to get up close to this wall. If my boat were alongside this wall, my mast would not reach the top of the ice, but you can't hardly get that in the camera. And this is a waterway just full of ice and things that we have to work our way through. Another shot of Nordica as we near another glacier area. And here's a picture of me, I thought I would make a Christmas card of me in the ice water on board Nordica as we travel through there. And then here again, we're moving on up the north as we go up into a nicer climate to the north of us while we move on up the canal. And the last two pictures I have of what I call are the ice pictures are these two pictures that are taken in the canals of small icebergs. This one is the Roadrunner with a mermaid tail on it. I call it ice art because all of these things are individual and they're like playing with the clouds. The ice on the bottom melts, and when the ice on the bottom melts away, the iceberg turns upside down, and up comes this shaped ice, which is shaped by the water passing around underneath on the iceberg. And after they turn over, they came up with all these little beautiful shapes, very smooth and polished, just like we have in our ice.